guys, welcome to another episode of my life as a projector, where I am sharing my experiences as a projector in human design. I think this is just a great way for others in human design to connect with each other and build a community, a support system, because when I first initially looked into human design, I didn't really find the community until probably months later. And it's a game changer when you realize that you're set up a certain way and that other people are set up that way, and then they just get you. Because there are many times before I even knew about human design, there were many times when I felt I did not feel seen. I didn't even understand myself. I could honestly say that I think one of the reasons why I'm so into astrology and human design is because I really do seek to understand myself. I'm very nosy. I always say I'm nosy when it comes to my life. I don't care what happens with everybody else's life. I am nosy as hell when it comes to my life. So yeah, this is my thing. I love this shit. So if you love this shit, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this shit. Okay, so today's topic is about the energy, as far as how do projectors utilize and harvest their own energy, and how we work with the energy that we do have. If you have dived deep into projectors, researching projectors, you will come to find that we do not have as much energy as the other designs. So we have a lot of open centers in our charts, and that causes us to receive energy, then to possess it of our own. We're able to be around people, and that's where we get our energy from. But just as much, we're easily drained by being around people. We're easily drained, and we need time to ourselves. We need time and space to just be. And before I knew that, and this comes this has to do with everything, not only being in your not only your social life, but when it comes to work, when it comes to romantic relationships, and just anything that you do, you it's imperative for projectors to rest, because if we do not rest, we reach burnout, and enough burnout, we get sick, we become ill, because we're not listening to our body. And before I knew I was a projector, I naturally always in a way, if I was tired, I don't care if somebody wants me to come outside. I don't care if somebody want me to go to the club. The answer is no. I've always been able to listen to how I feel and be like, I don't want to do that, as far as my energy. So I do remember I would easily feel drained after being around a group of people, or even when going to the club. I was early 20s, going to the club with my roommates, or my friends, and literally each time the only capacity that I could stay is 2 hours tops. I cannot stay. I'm not the type that you will find in the club at 12 a.m. to motherfucking 6 a.m. I'm not the type. I am not. I literally, there's many occasions where I went to the club with my friends and I left alone. I'll take an Uber, I'll let them know, but I'll take an Uber and I just go home, because it's I am tired. But I never knew, before knowing about human design, I didn't know that it had to do with just my makeup. This is just who I am. I cannot stand to be around people for long hours. I literally, even if I love you, that's the thing. All right, so here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether you want to be there or not. It's nothing to take personal. We get tired of being around other people, period. So it's I remember people used to take offense when I decided not to answer my phone calls sometimes. I don't want to text back a certain time period, because I'm really putting my energy, I'm harnessing my energy. I'm really paying attention to how I feel, and I'm sitting with myself because I need to rest. There are many times that I have been facing challenges in my like relationships, friendships, because people will think I'm selfish. People will make like any kind of assumptions and think that I just don't care. People will make some assumptions because I was just really just focused on making sure I was good, and I could only pay attention to one thing at a time, really. Imagine me exerting so much of my energy, putting it here, putting it here, putting it there, and like totally like, what am I gonna have for myself, you know? So I really realized I make the best friends with people who are low maintenance. I make the best friends with people who need their space as much as I need mine. I make great partners with those people, especially when it's the relationship is grounded and it's both of us are on the same page. I realized that I hardly make friends with people who feel like they're entitled to like, or feel like there's like, also, oh, there's another one. I hardly make friends or keep connections with people who are deep into their ego. I realized that. And I think what that it was because I've always followed my energy. I always followed how I felt. I always was, even when I'm finishing my Saturn return. So I have learned to balance the logic with the delusional. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like realism with idealism. Like I could balance that now, but I haven't always been that way. I've always been like regardless if it made sense or not, just go with what felt good. I always cared about feeling good. So that if you messing with people who don't know how to operate like that, naturally they're gonna they're gonna think that there's something up with you other than you just being yourself. Yeah. I'm saying all this to say, learning about my human design and being a projector and all, like, it made it so easier for me to say, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Please. Like, not only is the chart accurate, like literally nobody knows what it feels like to be me. And I feel like if nothing expresses what it feels like to be me, it's my human design chart. It's my astrology chart too. My astrology chart is just basically the most possible things that could happen on my path, on my journey. But we all have free will, right? Human design is just like, that is your human design. With astrology, you could progress. You could always have a progress moon and sun. Like you don't always gotta be a Libra. You'll end up being a Scorpio one lifetime. Like, so it things are constantly changing, but the human design shit is real. So I'm gonna stop trying to get y'all to join the wave. I'm over here trying to get y'all to join the wave. But I wrote stuff down because I be rambling sometimes. Sorry guys. I guess I basically chopped it up about me being tired all the time. I was always tired, and I realized I was always bitter. I was always feeling down about life and always thinking the worst of life because I was not following my human design. I was trying to force things instead of like wait for the invitation type shit, like, you know? So how I am managing my energy after learning about human design. Let's see if I have anything else here that I want to share. Okay. So how I manage my energy is I literally just follow my body. Wherever my body says goes. And some days I may wake up early as hell, ready to take over the world. And then there'll be other days I just want to lay in bed, and that's okay. So I'm learning like my energy, for being not so much of an energy type, I realized that it comes in like spurts. Like it'll like be a boost of energy and then it will like literally die. So whenever I feel that energy, I have to work in that energy. Like right now I'm working in this energy, so I feel that shit. But like tomorrow may not be the same. So I try to be organized with my schedule. I think I'm doing a good job. I'm in the trial and error stage. That's another thing with my type. I'm a 3/5. So I have to try shit out to see if it works. And if it doesn't work, try something else. So that's what I've been doing with my routine. But it's so far I feel like I'm getting closer to like how this shit is gonna work for me. Like, get up when you feel inspired to, lay down when you're being told to. I'm gonna say it again. Get up when you're feeling inspired to. Lay down when you're being told. Like, listen to your body. Your body is never gonna lead you wrong. And for so long, this one's about to hit me hard. I lacked trust in my body. I lacked trust in my body. That was my biggest downfall. I would feel things and I would ignore it, instead of being thankful for the fact that I felt things. Like, I was always sensitive to energy. I was always feeling things, and it was always the first thought that would come out to be true. So I spent years doing a lot of trial and error, doing a lot of like, oh shit, this shit didn't work. Next time I never do that shit again. Like, you know, to now be at a place where I don't have the energy to repeat the cycle over and over again, and realizing what this world is for what it is, I would rather just enjoy my time here. I didn't come here to suffer. So bet you telling me projectors, they shouldn't be working? They didn't come here. Like, so basically we're not designed to work. We're not designed to work. And at first I had a little problem with it because I love working. I be in my bag when I'm in my bag, and I love to rest. Not to get it like, you know, twisted. I love to rest. It's just a balance with me. I can't just be laying up all the time. I can't. It's just not in me. I have a lot of energy and I need it to be out. So at first I was like, damn, so we're like just supposed to like sit chill, supposed to master our skills, study what we got to study, wait for an invitation to come. That invitation come. If we feel that invitation is a good invitation, we accept and we keep it moving. And I feel like being a projector is such a fucking is an epitome of going with the flow, because you really have to go with the flow to be a projector. Like, to really be a successful projector, you have to go with the flow. Your body, you're not gonna know what to expect. So it's kind of like chilling and watching your movie play out, and then waiting out for the directions, and you just meet the directions. Shit come your way, you choose. Remember, we have a choice. We have a choice. And I'm going to talk about that more often in other videos. But we have a choice, guys. We don't have to accept every invitation that comes our way. We don't have to say yes to something that we low-key don't want to do. So being a projector and feeling as if you're not being seen enough and you're not getting your invitations in a matter of time that you expect it to come, it's kind of like, it would kind of, if you are rushing the process, you will kind of like take anything that comes your way because you want that outcome so bad. But the way you feel matters when it comes to any decision making. The type of work I have now and how it helps me with my design. Okay. Whew. I just want to say I need to pause because I've been through some shit with these jobs. Oh shit. From the hours to just the environment. I've been through some shit with these jobs. But I work for a great organization. It's a nonprofit, and I'm very, very pleased with like just what I do, what I contribute to on a daily. Like, all I wanted was like a job where I could like feel like I'm doing something and I'm not like a robot. I don't like that feeling. I don't like feeling like I had to type the same things every day all over. I mean, sure, I gotta do some of that at the job I'm at now, but it's always like a balance. I don't literally do that every day. So yeah, and it's a non-traditional as far as the scheduling. I work 3 times a week, and the other 2 I'm off, basically. And I have basically 4 days of the week to myself, to pour into my own cup, to just be. And I fucking love it, because I can't do a 9 to 5. I'm sorry. My energy level, especially after this whole time of working this beautiful schedule, I cannot do those hours 7 days of the week, or however time a week, 5 days a week. I can't. So I feel like it was the grace of God, because I don't know how I would do it, especially after, like, you know, COVID, when everybody was home, and I got used to that. I got used to working at home full-time. I was working at home full-time before this job, and now I'm like, okay, I go in 3 days a week. Okay, boom. The other 4 days totally mine. That's life to me, you know. My hope and wishes is to make it a friggin' like full-time thing where I'm just pouring into me all day, every day of the week. But it's a process. Okay, so basically my schedule, the way my schedule helps me because I'm able to organize what I do throughout the week to make, because I know my body, I know what it wants, I know how it is, I see the routine that it's on already and the system that we created, and I don't want to create burnout when I know this information. So I'm gonna just, you know, I pay attention to like, so for example, if I have to go into work the next day and the previous day I was home, I won't work as hard because I know that I gotta wake up earlier. I want to just rest and relax. Like today's my Monday, and I'm gonna shoot this. I'm gonna finish this video and I'm gonna go just chill for a little bit. But knowing me, I'm always like, I do like a lot of leisure working. I like to do this. Lay up with the covers over me, typing away. So shooting and all that stuff, I love it, but it's like mad active work. I gotta, you know, freshen up and set up the camera and do all, yeah. Going into work, that's physical. So I just, you know, I like to like chill when I know I have like a huge schedule. But also with that, like my current task is to shorten that schedule. I do not gotta finish 5 things in a day. I do not have to finish 5 things in a day. I could do 1 or 2 things and check it off. I have the rest of the week. That's how I'm moving, y'all. That's how I'm moving. And this shit is working for me, yo, because it don't feel like work. And when you're doing something that don't feel like work and it's bringing you happiness, it's giving you joy, it's bringing you expansion all in one, like this shit is fucking crazy. This shit is beautiful. Basically making the most of my energy, tips and how that helps. And I'm basically sharing that right now. Like I make the most of my energy by just listening to my body and being honest with myself. Try not to overwork. Try not to make sure you analyze your schedule according to how your body feels, according to its needs. But yo, it's okay to take breaks. If in fact, we as projectors, we get so much out of rest. Like it's as if when we invite ourselves to rest, we allow the floodgates of abundance to pour on us. So it's a win-win. Not only are you resting your body but prepared to get up and do what you gotta do again, you are also showing the universe, hey, I trust you. Do your part now. Universe, say I bet, and deliver that. Like that's amazing. So the more that you could rest, the best. And I'm not gonna lie, this is an advice I'm giving myself because I definitely don't do good with resting. I'm fucking serious. I don't do good. I need to listen to myself. But yeah, like we are here to master our skills. Just be seen. We were born to be seen. Don't ever have anybody. I feel like, especially, let me see if I missed anything before I get into this part. I'm about done, but like, if you guys ever experience being around people who see, I don't know if they even see a light. I feel like it's just they don't feel good about themselves. And so because they don't feel good about themselves, they want to make you feel bad, and they tell you stuff. They feed your mind with lies and say things like try to predict how successful you'll become, or making you feel very small because they feel small. It's very imperative that we watch out for those types, and as soon as we feel like we're around them, we remove ourselves, because it really does affect how we view our own selves. It really does. It really lowers our self-esteem when we really came here to shine. And then when your self-esteem lowers, kind of cause a blockage. You kind of cause a blockage, and all of a sudden everything that you're supposed to receive you can't receive because you're not vibrating on this frequency. So it's very important that you be around people who are open with you about what they see, who speak life into you, who treat you with respect, who honor you, who don't have ego in front of them, and they feel like they can't be honest with you and, you know, talk to you like you're a human being. People who celebrate you. It's so important because that's what you do for other people. So you deserve to be loved on, cherished. You deserve to be praised. You deserve to be loved. So go, that's my last tip. Go where love is. Projectors. Yeah, this video is very long, but you know what? It's very worth it because I feel like I covered a lot, and that's all I want to do is just like share the information that I learned. It's part of my design. Naturally, I love to learn and I love to help, and that's what I'm doing. See you in the next episode.